Hi guys, welcome to another week of history. Welcome to another week of distance learning. I feel like we actually have some really fun lessons this week, so I just wanted to go over those with you so that you know everything that you have to do from Monday to Friday. So first of all, this week is Virtual Spirit Week for ASB. So just something to connect all of you guys on Instagram. So even though we're all at home, we could just take a picture of ourselves doing the theme of the day and then post it on Instagram, and you're supposed to tag at First Avenue ASB or use the hashtag FirstAvSpiritWeek. So Monday is Keeping Cozy Monday. Throw on some PJs and stay in bed. Take some photos. Or on your couch or wherever. Tuesday is Out in the Sun Tuesday. So do the opposite basically. Get outside. Take a picture in the sunshine. Wednesday is Workout Wednesday, so whatever activities your PE teachers have assigned you, go outside, do those, take a picture of it. We'll get to see what everybody's doing to stay in shape. Thankful Thursday, you're going to leave a message for healthcare workers, keeping everyone's health, and chefs feeding us, something like that. Okay, well maybe make a sign or something that says thank you healthcare workers or whatever. And then Friday is Family Fun Friday. Spend some time with your loved ones, playing board games, video games, going on a walk, going on a bike ride, and just take a picture. So that'll be really fun to see everybody's pictures for Virtual Spirit Week. One thing that you can do, in case you don't know, on Instagram, you can follow a hashtag. So I'll follow hashtag FirstAvSpiritWeek, and then everybody who uses that hashtag, I'll be able to see it, even if I don't follow them. So I'll be able to see everybody's pictures. So I'm excited for that next week. And for class this week, you are going to watch videos every day. So you have an assignment on Google Classroom, and it just lasts the whole week. So you scroll down, you see Monday's activity, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Some of the videos are on Flocabulary, and then the other videos are from TED-Ed. The TED-Ed videos are 4.5 minutes long. They're not very long, but my suggestion is to watch them 3 times. So the first time through, just watch it just like normal, just try to understand it as best you can. Then the second time, take a look at whatever questions you might have to answer with that video and watch it again with those questions in mind. And then watch it a third time and see if you can make any connections between things in this video and other stuff that you've learned during this unit, or maybe even other units. So if you watch it 3 times, you'll definitely understand the material better than if you just kind of watch it once in the background and don't really pay attention. If you do it that way, then the questions might be kind of difficult to answer. So for Monday, we are going to do the week in wrap. So just like usual, you'll log into Flocabulary, you'll watch the video, you'll do the little activities, and then over on your document, we are going to do one of the activities that people all around the world have been doing that they talk about in the week of wrap. So people have been recreating famous art paintings just in their house with random household items. So in the week in wrap video, there's some really funny examples. So you can just Google any kind of, famous painting or sculpture or whatever. There's a ton of ancient Greek sculptures and stuff like that if you want to do one that's related to ancient Greece, but you don't have to. You can just find any painting that you want that you think you could recreate, and then you're going to drop that picture into Monday's assignment. On Tuesday, you're going to watch a video about Herodotus, who is known as the father of history, and we've actually read some of his writing. I think we read some of his stuff when we were studying the pyramids, did slaves build the pyramids in Egypt? He was one of those people that we have documents from. So you're going to be watching a video about him and just kind of learning about the origins of history. As you know from ancient Greece, they relied a lot on mythology and gods, and that's kind of how they explained everything in their world. So this was very different to write a story just from an outside perspective and not explain it with some god sent lightning to destroy these people or whatever. It's just supposed to be objective history, like he's not taking a side, he's just telling what happened from the two sides, and that's still really, really hard to do, but he's one of the first people to do that. So that video is really interesting. So take a look at that and answer the questions. And then on Wednesday, we're going to be learning about a guy named Plato, who was a philosopher. He had some good ideas, he had some really weird ideas. So this video is about some of his best and worst ideas. On Thursday, we're going back into the myths a little bit with the myth of Prometheus, and again looking at how myths kind of tell us how a society thought about things. Like they used mythology to explain what was actually happening, because it's hard to understand why like you would have a drought one year and then the next year all of your crops would go really well. And if you don't understand like weather patterns, or maybe that they had been eaten by some kind of bugs or pests or something like that, then it would sort of make sense that there was a god of all of your crops or whatever, and maybe people hadn't prayed to that god enough and he was angry. But then the next year you offered more sacrifices and he was happy. So when things were unpredictable in their lives, they attributed that to like these unpredictable gods. So that one is Thursday. And then Friday, you're gonna go back over to vocabulary and you're gonna watch a pretty long video because it's about the Odyssey. And the Odyssey is really, really, really long. If you ever have to read it, it's a very long book and it covers a long period of time. And it's kind of a mix of like myth and history. It's a very weird story. There are just like a lot of weird creatures and battles and all kind of stuff that happen in the Odyssey. So you're gonna watch that video. You might have to watch it a few times. I feel like every year when I watch it, it like reminds me of another thing that happened in the Odyssey. But it's one of the very first stories that was written down. It's like one of the first things that people ever read, as opposed to just like sharing stories like verbally and passing those down. So after you watch that video, you're just gonna pick one scene from the Odyssey. It could be anything, and you're gonna make a tableau. So a tableau is just you perfectly still, like showing something that happened in a story or in history. So it's kind of like the painting activity from Monday. So if you wanna show like a battle or Odysseus in a boat, so you're gonna find a way to show one of those scenes either with like yourself and some family members, just like standing still, however, showing that scene and just take a picture. Or you could take some of like your toys or your household items and arrange them and take a picture of it, and that could be your tableau. And then you're gonna put that as your final activity in the document. And then underneath the image, you're just gonna write a brief description of what's happening in the picture. Also, on Tuesday of this week, we're gonna go back to having like office hours. So from 11:30 to 12. I think I'm gonna send a Zoom link this time because I'm still really mad at Google Meets, but I'll just send you guys a link. And if you have any questions or you wanna just say hi, then you can pop into my office hours and I'll be there. So it's not mandatory, but that will be an option for this week. And one of the things I just wanted to tell you guys about like ancient Greece also, like Plato and Odysseus and Herodotus and all these people, like 100 years ago, the way that people would tell if you were educated was if you knew the history of ancient Greece and ancient Rome. And they're called the classics. So if you ever hear that somebody like majored in the classics or studied the classics, that means they studied Odysseus and the Greek language and Plato and Socrates, and that's considered like the original source of Western knowledge and Western history. So I think today we don't put as much emphasis on it because there are plenty of ancient civilizations that we can learn from, but it's just kind of interesting that for so long this was considered like the ideal society, and this is how, like if you weren't born with a lot of money or something, like this is how you could get access to privilege and power and stuff is if you knew the classics, if you knew Greek, if you could talk about the Odyssey. So it's just kind of interesting to go in and study it a little bit. Oh, and then lastly, I sent you guys a bunch of stickers. So thank you to everybody who popped in to give me your address. I sent out about 100 stickers last week. So if you get one, send me a picture of where you put it on your laptop or your water bottle or whatever. So I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you have fun with the videos this week and the assignments this week. And feel free to come into the live meeting at 11:30 on Tuesday just to ask questions or say hi or whatever. Okay, that's everything I have for you this week. I will see you Tuesday. Bye.